Purnamaste. Namaste. I cleared my voice. I give you my word. And this is what I want to speak today about. The word that we speak, word that we give. I want to speak about promises, about sincerity, about teaching, about the importance of the word that we speak that comes out of truth of our heart, not out of confusion of our mind or even out of lies that are not true. Words should be truthful. Especially as a teacher, I know. I cannot teach things that I'm not example of. It's very important. If you teach enlightenment and you are not enlightened, you will get karma of other people and you will suffer. Because there's no truthfulness and no sincerity in the word we speak. That's why I did not really call myself a teacher and really were teaching until 2016, although I'm on spiritual path almost 2 decades. I felt this always. I felt now it's time for me to learn from masters. I'm learning still. I choose from whom I learn. I learn from everyone, just not in asking questions and debates and like this, more in feeling observation and following masters. I get inspiration from. We are always learning. But I called myself teacher as God knew in my heart that I am now the word I can speak, word that I am speaking. In this way, my heart is free. I'm not deceiving anyone. Others may believe this or not, but I know it comes from the true attained state of my being. And that's why I don't have problems with my mind, with people, with situations, and with karma. Truthfulness. Truthfulness is everything. And I want to break it down. Truthfulness on many levels of how we can be truthful. So first, if somebody is teaching enlightenment, freedom of karma, freedom, and they are controlling people, they are manipulating people, and they have karmic situations in their life and suffering, you should not listen to such person. And such person should not teach. We should stop ourselves. Those who are really on the level, they feel what is in our words, and it's very disturbing. If very elevated teachings, like we say something, oh, just be free, just don't think of that. It's felt, our reality is just opposite of what we are teaching. And those who are elevated feel what is in our word. And if we really are so smart that we have problems with something, but we put salt and teach others about same thing, we will get more problems of that same thing. About teaching, just this I want to say. We should teach what we mastered. It is very normal. Teacher does not, even in this world, teacher does not teach children without so-called mastery, that he has a degree. We have to get spiritual degree, and God knows when we get it, we are ready. Then we are not deceiving ourselves. We are sincere. Word that I am flesh. When word becomes flesh, we can really teach with no problem. And we will teach as a master, not as unsincere person. This I want to say only about teaching and sincerity. We have to be example, sincere, truthful example of the truth we speak. In being, not something different. Like, We have problems of this world, but we teach freedom out of this world. We will not help anybody. We will deceive others, and we will plunge more in the ego of this world. So like this. So examples of great kings through history, which were not corrupt, are truthfulness of your word is sign of a true king for royalty. And let us put the teaching aside. I just wanted to clarify this point first. Sincerity is everything. Like we observe even in the movies, when there's a good king, righteous king, really a royal king with honor, that positive spiritual pride of the heart, I call it pride of a lion, not ego. You see one thing they have in common. They don't promise things, very rarely. But when they say, I'm going to do something, let us do something, or they tell you, you will do something now, it's sure they will do. But usually they do not promise. Very rarely. They just do it. Because I was born like this into this world, but very sensitive, and I promised too much in past. And then I was eating myself inside when I could not. Why I said something now, I just did not even think about it. I was eating myself. But through life I learned people are promising and saying what they will do, what we will do, what this, and they do not eat themselves. It was very strange for me because I was really like, if I say to you something, I'm gonna do something. I eat myself now little because I promised to a brother in India to send him some seeds, and I always forget in the forest to take the seeds, and I was already too long. And even now I'm thinking about it, that small thing. If I promise, if I tell you, I'm gonna give you something, I'm gonna do something, I have to do it. And this was always my reality. There's no other way, because I would not say it if I'm not to do. But people who are always promising, and now still they do. I get many promises and half of it done. And I was always observing this. To me, it was like if I tell you something, I don't feel good. I feel like I betrayed myself if I don't fulfill this, even if it's a small thing, like that seeds. But okay, Source does not look at this, but I must send you these seeds. Tomorrow I really must write on my glasses. But people promise big things and give big hopes, sometimes to those who really need it and would really appreciate it. And I was like this always, and then all happy. But God was teaching me about expectations, and still does. I'm learning how people just say a lot. And men were always promising me a lot in my life since youth and done little. So I get so much promises. And I did not understand how it's possible. If I promise something, I eat myself if I cannot. I know I could not go in front of that person. I felt it like in my heart. I cannot. I give him my word. What I said, I'll do this. I was avoiding. But I see the opposite sometimes. People promise me something. Nobody asked them to promise nothing. And just because I have no expectations and I don't tell them nothing, hey, what you promised to me? This you will not see with me. because as we come on certain stage, log out of this matrix, we cannot act like karma anyway. We understand the promise was given to source. It has nothing to do with me. They keep it or not. So I keep silent. And I see people acting like it's nothing. And it's not even such small thing, something that will mean much to me. And I'm like, okay, I'll not tell you nothing, but you know, I'm a royal heart. I will respect myself. I'll not respond to your nonsense. We have to understand this. Our word is holy, is sacred. Our word is everything. If we are truthful and sincere to our word, and we take care that whatever we say that we will do, we do, we are sure we do, and we don't say it until there is a little doubt, or we just do it. You know, this is key for your ascension, to be truthful and sincere to yourself and others. Sometimes people ask you, will you do this for me? Will you do that? And you say, yes, I will, and that. And then next day you cannot. And then, well, tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. I don't know. Maybe I will call you tomorrow. I will tell you tomorrow. I cannot tell you anything. I have a lot to do. Or if you know you cannot, just tell them, I cannot. Please find somebody else. I don't have time. I have this and that and that. Or you don't even have to explain yourself. Just apologize. Please, I cannot. They will find somebody else. But we sometimes just don't want to hurt people and say, okay, I will do. And it means much to that person. That's why they were begging, you know. And then they cling on it, on expectation and everything. And then we create karma for ourselves and all this. And then we cannot do it. And we don't, or we push ourselves to do, and we push our stuff away, aside, and then we are in stress, or we don't do. And they feel bad. And they feel bad with a reason, because we said we will do. It's better to be royal, right? Royal heart, king, royalty of the heart, not royalty of this world. They will tell you, no, please, this is what I do, and you are welcome to that, but I will not do that. You can please find somebody else. I bless you to find the help. They will immediately, truthfully, honestly tell you. They will destroy your illusions, and they love you so much they will not give you false hope. They will give you sincerity and honesty and truthfulness. If they don't want, if they cannot, it's not their job, they will tell you open. That's a royalty. That's honor. And it ends here. The will is set. It is set. Word is given. It ends. There's no lie into it. There's no false hope, false promises, false nothing. And we have to be truthful enough to ourselves and to others to say yes to what feels yes in our heart and say no to what feels no. And if we really sometimes, want to, we have some plan to do something with somebody and we are not really sure, just keep it silent. If you're not sure about it, if you don't know, then just don't excite them too soon. Surprise them rather when you are sure. And if you cannot pull the thing through, you cannot do it, nothing is wrong. You said nothing to nobody. And as you realize you cannot, it's okay. That's why I don't promise things. I have idea. Okay. Rather surprise. You know, I rather give surprise, and it feels so lovely for both of us. No expectation, no condition, no contract, nothing, no word given, just action. And sometimes I see people promising to me and never doing what I say. And some people surprise me so beautifully. What a difference, you know. Someone says what they will do, and someone do it without saying nothing. That's a royal heart. It respects his own heart as yours. That it surprises you. You know how it doesn't feel nice, it doesn't sound nice. It's not nice, you know. Just imagine somebody tells you something that you really are maybe praying for and would mean much to you, and you feel happy. Oh, thank you, God. And then they don't do it. That's not king, that's not queen. That's a man and a woman of this world. There's nothing royal in this. You know, royal heart and their word, they feel are one. Their word and their heart, their self, their being are inseparable and one. They break their word, they break themselves. Word became flesh. We speak truth. If I tell you I love you, I mean it. If I tell you I meet you tomorrow at 12, 5 to 12, I'll be there. If there would be some traffic thing, which will not be because it's meant so. If we said we will meet, it is meant. I will do my best to be 5 minutes before there. Otherwise, I will not tell you. Tomorrow at 12, I'll meet you. I'll not tell you that I'll meet you tomorrow at 12 and come 12:30. Then I'll tell you I come 12:30. That's okay, but if you come 12:30, it's okay. It's beautiful. You kept your word with a 30 minutes delay. But it's better to say 12:30. And it's beautiful. And what we just have idea and somebody suggested something and we just want to, okay, and we said yes, and we go. No, why say yes? Say, I really don't know. I have so much things to do. Maybe. We will see. And you go. There's no contract. There's no promise. There's no word given. Yes is word given. Yes, we will do this. But a real heart will never say yes to what they are not sure. They want to do it, they can do, they have time to do. They will say it's possible, maybe. But I'm not sure. Don't count on it. 100%. It's possible. Sincerity, no contracts. Honor your word. When you tell to somebody what you will do, when you will do, how will you do? If you say what will you do, you have to do it. Otherwise, you betray yourself. Because we have to understand. Also, if somebody promises something to me, I have no right to tell you something. I have no right to go after you and say, hey, you promised me that, why you never give it? This consciousness of this one. Karma. Somebody promises to me something, they promise, just promise to the source. I have nothing to do with it. They don't keep, I will not go after them. I will remove myself, maybe, most probably, because I don't want to be lied to, because I have a royal heart. I will not tell you something that then I will fail to do. So I'll just slide away in peace, and with no expectation, with nothing, no revenge mentality, no hate, just out of respect to myself. I can respect you and be truthful to you. I don't give you false promises. You can be such to me. And if not, we are still one love, but birds of same feather flock together. And this is how I act. I'm not. That's why somebody may be confused. He did not say nothing. He just left. Well, he left because you were telling something that child did not like after. It did not come true. You know, better to be silent always. And when we're sure we can do something, we want to do something, we do it. You know, people of this world lie to each other and attack each other for lying, for not keeping the word. But Master does not give the word. And when people give word to him or her and they don't keep, they don't say nothing, they don't go after, they maybe ask, what's up? And if no answer, if nothing, they will just slide away. They will not go into fighting and, hey, you promised me that, you said that, you didn't keep. Oh, they will just respect themselves enough. They maybe say one word, what happened? Is this thing still on? I'm confused, what? No, he said, okay. And they will go with respecting the will of another to be like that, but respecting themselves not to allow to be done upon themselves unsincerely, what they do not do to anyone. As I see, because I live like that, and now sometimes it's harder, sometimes I still like many things which are normal for a human being. I really pray that I can handle, I can get the abundance and means, and I live like this, you know, getting here, there, whatever somebody wants to give me. I don't go after nobody. I don't say nobody owes nothing to me, even if they come for healing. Somebody offers, like here, I accept. If not, I'm not having price for nothing. This is how I feel in my heart. And then, naturally, whatever somebody tells me, hey, I will do this to you, hey, I will give you this, I appreciate it so much even when they say it. Does it mean so much to me? I can continue my work. And when I see that months pass and nothing happens, I just slide away out of respect to myself. You know, because out of this experience, how I live and how God maintains me, I could not never ever tell you or anyone, hey, I will give you this, just wait, I have this for you, I'll send you this, I'll send you that. Because I will know how you will feel. This, maybe some amount of money, maybe something, means so much to you that moment because you need it. And if I said it, hey, I'll give you now. You maybe need money, I would say to you, I'll give you $200. I would not be able to come in front of you because I would feel I betrayed the king that I am. I would feel like I know how I would feel, how it feels. Like a child, you get false promise. I could not do this for you, because if I tell you I will do something for you, I have to keep it. I have to keep it. There's no other way. Otherwise, I'm just a scum man of this world. That's why I never could understand why people saying things. And in my life, my parents, my everyone, all my life, usually men, always. Sometimes women also. So God did not want to make me feminist. Complete. Never could understand. Because we always have to put in the shoes of another. If you promise something to another being, they need it. You give them false hope. You give them only map over water, but there's no water on the place where water is on the map. You give them nothing. They are hungry. You give them commercial of a nice meal, nice avocado, nice broccoli, nice everything. Nice quinoa and brown rice and everything. You give them so beautiful color here. Hey, you only make them more hungry. Sincerity is so important. Because if we are not sincere, then this happens to us after. We experience in our life. Somebody promises to us something. Somebody gives us a nice picture that never happens. That's karma, baby. It's not only that we should not do to others what we don't want to be done upon ourselves. Hey, nobody don't want to be lied to. You know, nobody want to that somebody tells you now, hey, I will give you this and that and this and that. And they know, you want that? No. I want that? No. Nobody wants that. You know. So why would we say things to others? We may end up promising something to people that actually means the world to them. You know. And kind of take the world away from them. Hey, I know you can say, hey, but they should not have expectations, they should not have expectations, but this doesn't mean that if we should not have expectations, this doesn't mean that we can just throw our words around, hey, I'll do this, hey, no. Fifth dimension means also truthfulness, sincerity, because every word we speak is truth, every thought is truth, it's a reality. There's no lies. There's no false promises. None cannot be. Because whatever you think, you speak becomes a reality. So to ascend, our word has to become flesh. Our word, our being same. We have to speak only truth of our heart. Be sincere and honest. Honor our words. Say only what we will say, what we can do, what we shall do, what we know that we can do. We cannot do it. If something comes in between, we have to keep our royal heart. How to keep our royal heart? To stand in front of the person, please forgive me. I wanted to really do this for you, but now this and that and this and that. Not then come in front of the person, hey, I will do this next month for you. And then 3 months pass and nothing. There's not a way. We lose our royal heart. And then we learn out of situation, hey, we better not promise nothing because we cannot keep, then we will have to apologize. We apologize and we are humble enough to open our heart to say, I could not do it. We keep our royal heart, we keep our word. But if we just sneaky put a tail in front of between our legs, act like it's nothing, we lose our royal heart. We never attain our royal heart. So sincerity, truthfulness, honesty is everything. Dimension is changing, reality is changing. Before we were just speaking, whatever we just speaking means nothing. Now if we want to ascend, we have to really be mindful, conscious, what our words mean. Is our reality standing behind our words? Is this who we are? Do we mean this? Is this truthful, sincere, not just babbling something and creating many things we don't want. That's why word and king are one. To be focused what we speak and always speak truth and always care how is my reality, is my truth behind my words. How will this affect others? If I lie to you in these videos, doing such videos, inspiring people to get free of karma and sin and all these illusions, and I lie and I won't stand behind the word I'm speaking, I'm not the word that I am, I'll get really fucked up with karma. Everything I'm deceiving others with will become my own deception. So I'll not do that. I'll speak the truth. And I speak things that I realized. And as I become master of these things that I still did not master, like really to be a great master of manifestation, law of attraction and these things. And well, I will teach abundance. I will teach these things. I may be knowing theoretically now. I may be working a little bit already because I'm living and working. So I'm grateful. And because I'm grateful, it will work more. And I have trust now and faith more. And everything is to become as I am within now. But still, I'm not teaching that yet. My motto was always, I will teach things when I'm master of these things. Truthfulness. I have to stand firmly, sincerely in the truth I'm speaking. If I'm teaching you about the self-power and not answering to nobody but God in your heart, then if I would be fighting with people and trying to convince them and they would take me down and they will affect my power and I will give them power away, I'll be a deceiver. Why you listen to me then? No. I have to be that in example. That's why I give no shit to people that want something to me. Something from me. And anyway, something from me I don't want to give. They want to give me something I want to have. They have their own reality. They don't understand me. They don't agree with me. They can focus on what they agree with. I give them their own power. They don't take my power away. If I would not act like this, like all masters act, I would have no right to teach about self-power and self-empowerment and empower you every day, as I do now for quite a time. More than maybe 2 years I'm all babbling this self-power, power, because we have to step in our power. And I will start teaching this when I was standing in my power. And nobody could mess with me anymore. So I'm teaching few years this, 2 years or something like this. Sincerity. To be the truthfulness of what you teach, what you speak. This should be example of our lives. That's why we are tested sometimes. We should not deceive ourselves. We think we deceive others, we deceive ourselves. Truthfulness. And if you are always truthful to your level and you're always truthful giving only your truth away, not some illusions out, not something you are not yet attained. You will always grow in greater mastery, in greater truthfulness and sincerity. And the Word and God and you are to become one, royal one, your royal heart, royal Word, Word of God that I am, in the beginning, the Word, you. If you keep your word, if you're always sincere, if you shut up, you won't say what you will do because there's no need to say. When you feel you will do it, you do it. And you will say things only that you are sure you will do it. And you will teach only what is your attained reality. Like my brother wanted to, my spiritual brother, who is like my brother because we grew up in India together, spiritually grew up. Like I attained freedom of my not to. I had no relationships and karma with any girl anymore. I was free of this, and even physically, I mastered under control my sexuality. And I was standing in that power. There was years since last relationship when I suffered and karma with girls and suffering with girls. And this is my attained reality. But he was so funny. He was suffering with his wife, and even they were fighting one time physically or two times, and then he left her, and then with another girl, and again fighting. And then he wanted to lecture me about divine sexuality. I was like, hey, brother, what the fuck? Why are you teaching? What? Are you insane? You're suffering because of your sexuality, and I'm free now after some struggle, and you will lecture me that I should have sex, that I should have this. I will have sex, okay? I will make love with a spiritually enlightened being, no one else, which is my heart across ocean, or I don't know. Krishna was funny, and no limitations. But I will not allow somebody who needs my help and who is suffering because of his sexuality. Even he's my brother, to teach me about it and lecture me. Hey, look at my state and look at yours. What is your problem? And we were really never again in good terms with him. He wanted to lecture me, but he could not. Sincerity, don't teach about divine sexuality if you're suffering with your wife and with girls and with everything. Don't be stupid. I was writing all the articles of divine sexuality as I wrote in 2017 and this year when I attained the state, so I can teach this. Not before. And I can give advice, and whatever I'm speaking, whatever I'm writing is to have effect on those who are listening and reading. They can get free of these things. If I'm lusty and suffering with girls and following my dick, or what if I would be writing about divine sexuality and divine poetry and divine sexual union? This will be like religions of this world. Inside only lies, no truth inside, only packed in some beautiful words, but inside darkness. You will get my lust. That's what you will get. If I would teach about spiritual freedom and freedom of karma, you will get my karma and my shit. And I will get all yours. I will suffer more. Truthfulness, sincerity. That's why I don't allow people to lecture me and teach me. If I see they're suffering in karma, if I see that I could actually help them, but they don't ask, they want to teach me and lecture me and something. I will not take no shit. They don't want my help, so why would I take their illusion? They will not help me. It's a long way behind me, being truthful and sincere to myself and others, even though people did not like it always. So now I respect myself and my truth. I respect others. This really disturbs me. When somebody is very smart but did not attain the truth that they are barking, is actually suffering in the opposite illusion of it. They should be quiet. They should be listening to somebody who truthfully, sincerely attained this and follow it. They become just that, and then they can teach. Out of example, truthful, sincere example, their attained truth. That's a king. That's a royalty. To be truthful. So it doesn't matter the royalty, spiritual royalty is not somebody who is enlightened and master and somebody who is really on the beginning on the stage is not. No. They both can be spiritual royalty. What is the spiritual royalty? The symptoms of the spiritual royal heart. Regardless your stage wherever you are. Most third dimensional consciousness and a highest at the source. It's just one thing. Spiritually royal heart. It's a king and queen. Regardless the level they are king and queen there. This means this. They are sincere and honest always about themselves. They don't pretend to be something higher. They don't pretend, speak, teach things that they did not attain. They are truthful. If they are suffering in third dimension, they will tell you, I'm suffering in third dimension. They are enlightened, they will tell you, I'm enlightened. They need help, they will need help. If they want to help, they will help. They will not teach if they need teaching and help. They are always sincere, regardless on what level of their consciousness you are. If you are sincere to yourself and others, and you're expressing your truth, your sincerity, you are not pretending, you are not false promising, you are not telling to people something which you didn't keep, but you are truthful in your words and truthful. Do not pretend something that you are not, regardless of what level you are. You are a royal heart. You are a king and queen. This is what it takes to be sincere and truthful. If you say, I'm going to do this, and you do this, if you say, I'm going to not do this, and you don't do this, if you cannot do and you say, I could not do, I'm sorry. If you speak what you realized, and never what you did not realize yet, but you just read and memorized, if you're truthful to your attained state, if you're suffering and you say you're suffering, if you're free and you say you're free, but you're always sincere and your word is always sincere with your state and vibration, you are royal heart, king and queen. And I salute you as myself. You're my queen, my king. It doesn't matter the level of consciousness and how much work you have to do, whether you ascended or you just awakened yesterday. Doesn't matter. You are royal heart because you are sincere and truthful as I am. Amen. So it is. So, this is it. This is what I wanted to say. And truthfully, sincerely, now it's winter, my flute stopped playing. Flute helped me a little bit more to be more. So, now sincerely, every coin that you give to support this sincere, truthful word of my heart is so appreciated. I'm so grateful. But sincerely, truthfully, I accept only gifts that are given from the heart. In this world, in this way, my teaching, my giving of the power, the word that I am, can go on and expand, because I want to do this always for you and for myself. I love you as myself, and I want to truthfully, sincerely give you the truth, the sincerity and power, realization, love that I am. You are always welcome if somebody wants to help. I'll put the link there. In giving to each other what we need, we get from each other what we need. And spiritual gold is even more. It's actually priceless. So you're priceless if you're sincere and truthful, and you don't say things you never don't do. In this way, you are a royal king, royal queen. Your word and your truth are one. You are not deceiving anyone, because God's source you cannot deceive, and you know that, and you are royalty. Regardless the level, regardless the struggle, regardless whatever is going on with you now, I give you this word. You are sincere and truthful. You are royalty, and some may think they are royalty, but they are not sincere and truthful. They are not. But you are royalty, regardless the level you are. I love you, and I bless you, and namaste. Word that I am truth, I love you. Namaste. Namaste.